Hey YouTube, welcome back to Meadowbrook 135 Media, the place where ideas connect. I'm Mike Rogers, CPA, also known as Millennial Mike, and this is Captain's Log number 4, 1480 downloads. It's Thursday, 6/4, 2026, and this is going to be an express Captain's Log, so let's get right to it. With 135 Sports, we start with the New York Knicks, who took game one against the Spurs last night. How about those Knicks? And Jalen Brunson's hot hand continues. Knicks are currently all consuming here in New York, and game two will be on Friday night. But don't worry, you'll still have time to enjoy the beach. Game three won't be until Monday, but let's focus on game two and give those Knicks some positive vibes. On the 135 lifestyle side, Emma Richards published lifestyle articles 51 and 52. Those articles are a great way to start your morning, and they're for those that are guided by beauty. We have 3 more remaining until the frequency changes from twice a week to once a week on the Fibonacci number 55. So be sure to enjoy those while they're still there. Now that we discussed 135 sports and 135 lifestyle, that brings us to 135 research. And let's start with our tokenized finance repo article, which surpassed 10,000 organic impressions on X. We are currently threading out the tokenized finance repo article on X with visuals to make it more easily digestible, and it's making its way to the right circles, so be sure to check that article out. Last week, we gave an update of submitting version 1.0 of After the Receipt to the Triple Entry Accounting Conference, and I'm happy to share that I've submitted V2.0 for review. So we're currently making our way through the review rounds for the Triple Entry Accounting Conference number 3. And After the Receipt, version 2.0 has already been reviewed, so it sounds like I have some work ahead of me for version 3.0. Gotta love academia. As for the title of this Captain's Log, let's get to 1480 downloads, which I just refreshed the screen, and it's technically on 1482 downloads now. But to keep title consistency, we'll just call it 1480 downloads for now. And most people are probably like, Mike, why aren't you rounding up to 1500 downloads? That's kind of the point of one of the articles that we wrote recently, our second most recent article, which was why tokenized finance needs open, verifiable, and testable data and claims. Basically, this is a live example of one of our points, and SSRN is a fantastic website, and it's nice that they have a real-time view counter. So if I were to say 1500 downloads and somebody were to click in and see 1480 downloads, there would be a discrepancy between the numbers. And I know it sounds a little pedantic. Most people would probably round up. Obviously, it's the CPA in me, but it's just that this is kind of the point of what tokenized finance needs. It needs a way to basically verify the information, specifically around the liquidity and the flow on these private markets. Kind of the point in a nutshell. SSRN is a fantastic website and network, but it's an archaic Web 1-Web 2 type database. And it's concerning that paper statistics and data and claims are more verifiable on a website like SSRN than they are in a lot of the Web3 projects that are out there, and especially the tokenized finance projects when it comes to movement of these assets and the liquidity. And it's kind of ironic that a website like SSRN that's been around for decades has more verifiable and testable data and statistics surrounding papers than a lot of the Web3 companies that are out there and projects and the tokenized finance products that are being created today. And in a roundabout way, that's where capital velocity economics comes into play. And that's probably a reason why the SSRN case study number 3 for capital velocity economics is on the verge of 1500 downloads because it's time. It's time Web3, it's time tokenized finance, it's time to have open, verifiable, and testable data. That's what Web3 was created for. That was the whole premise. That was the whole promise of it. And that's one of the reasons why capital velocity economics exists, and one of the reasons why we're going to keep building and keep trying to set the proper standard for Web3. You guys get the point. It's time for me to get back to vibe coding. We're going to keep building, we're going to keep documenting, and we're going to keep following the signal together. Thank you for joining us in Meadowbrook 135 Media, the place where ideas connect. I'm Mike Rogers, CPA, and this was Millennial Mike's Captain's Log number 4, 1480 downloads.